Hello there. In this video I'm going to talk you through some good stretches to do when you've finished a leg workout. So you may have seen the other video in which I talked about stretches for the upper body. There's going to be a certain amount of crossover between the two, but this one's going to be more leg focused. Now, having said that, a lot of people do a deadlift on leg day, and when you're holding the weight in a deadlift, that will involve the upper back. So that's why it's a good idea, even on leg day, to just stretch out the rhomboids by intertwining the fingers, sitting down like this, and just pushing forwards until you feel the stretch between the shoulder blades. Now, I would generally do these stretches for at least 15 seconds. You can spend long on a particular area if it gives you any tightness or if you have any issues there. Again, if a particular area does cause you problems, be careful around that area and just kind of work within what feels natural and what feels good. Okay, so we've done that. A good one to stretch out the hip flexors is with the hands on the hips. It's just to sit back like this until you feel a stretch, not just down the abs, but in the hip flexors there. And again, don't overdo this. I'm reasonably flexible in this position, but just do what feels natural. And you alternate that with, first of all, hinging forwards at the hips, keeping the legs straight so you feel a stretch down the hamstrings, and then just letting the fingers fall to the ground until you feel a stretch in the upper back, which is again useful if you've been doing deadlifts. Okay, now if you can do this without support, it will be done like this. This is a quad stretch, but you can be holding onto something there. You'll take your leg by the ankle and just pull until you feel a stretch there. Again, you'll hold this for about 15 to 20 seconds. And bring that leg forward, straighten it, and sit back on the back leg until you feel a stretch down the hamstring. And once you've done that, bring the toe in, and you should feel a stretch down the calf as well. So that's a pretty comprehensive leg stretch. Again, you then do the same thing on the other side. If you've done abductor and adductor exercises, it's worth doing a couple of stretches for those. Again, if you have the flexibility, bring your soles together and then just push down with your elbows until you feel a stretch down the adductor muscles here. That's a good way to relieve that tension. To stretch the adductor muscles, one way to do this is just to cross one leg over the other and then bring this knee towards you with the hands, and you should feel a stretch like that along there. And of course, you would do both sides for that. So there we are. What we've done there is stretch the quads, the abductors, and the hamstrings. One final thing you may want to consider is a lunge stretch. So in the lunge stretch, you would lunge further forward than in an actual lunge, but it's just about stretching here and here. Seen from the side, something like this, and if you don't have the flexibility to get your hands all the way down, you can place a box or anything to elevate your hands like that. But here, you just lean into that stretch, and then do the same on the other side. Okay, there we have a comprehensive stretching routine to complete at the end of leg day. Thank you.